Thank you so much. We're gathered here today to talk about taking flight. And that's a bit ironic for me. And to give you some context about why that is, my name is Ziad Ahmed. I'm an American Muslim student from Princeton, New Jersey, and I'm disinterested in biting my tongue. You see, the thing is, for American Muslims, taking flight isn't easy, metaphorically or physically. I took a flight to come here to go on a trip with my friends, and taking flight as a Muslim can be an angsty process. Almost every Muslim can tell you stories about being profiled in airports. But I'm not here to talk about what it's like to fly as Muslim. There are hashtags for that. I'm here to talk about, metaphorically, what taking flight means to Muslim communities around the world and other communities. Taking flight to me means thriving. And it isn't easy, always as an American Muslim, to thrive, to have the spaces to thrive. Because my question to all of you is, what do you need to thrive? Our answers might vary. But invariably, the one constant is that we all need space to thrive. An airplane can't fly unless it has the air to navigate. And in the same way, we can't thrive, realize our full potentials, if we don't have spaces, schools like this one, but so many spaces where we can realize our full potential, where we can have avenues and opportunities to be our best selves. And that's why I started an organization at the end of my 8th grade year, Redefy. We're a collection of nearly 500 kids from around the world advocating unapologetically for social justice. Too many of us feel alone, unheard, belittled, marginalized. And we exist to advocate and to enfranchise because we all deserve spaces to speak about the truths that we're grappling with and feel and actualize our full potential. So that's what I do, and that's my context. But when I think about taking flight, I think about how lucky I am to be on a platform like this today. I think about the privileges, my intersecting privileges that have informed this moment. And I think about how many people haven't been granted those same privileges, those same opportunities. Because taking flight is hard for so many of us. And I've been so fortunate to be on stages like this, and people ask me, what is it like to be American Muslim today? And I tell them, I characterize the experience of American Muslim young people as constantly being on the defense. And what I mean by that is similar to the characters on my jumper today. Football players, soccer players. I'm from America, I apologize. In soccer, if you're on defense all the time, how can you score? And what it's like to be American Muslim today is to be constantly thwarting attacks against our humanity, against our integrity, against our equality, to constantly feel invalidated in our faith and our identity. That's what I would characterize our experience as. And how can we score? And I'm not here to say we're not scoring. We are. We are thriving. There are American Muslims all around the world who are thriving in every way possible. But we have to wait for that little in-between moment, that breakaway, when we should have an open field to score. But that isn't happening. We're being limited, bombarded. And I'm also not here to say that the American Muslim community is the first to experience this, or the community experiencing this to the most extreme extent. I am here to say that it is pronounced, particularly right now for the Muslim communities all around the world. But I'm also here to say that Black communities, LGBT folk, so many marginalized peoples are constantly being demeaned, are constantly being told that they don't matter, that they're lesser. And I'm here to say that we need to empower those people, and it's not just minorities. Young people, how many times have young people been told that we need to thrive and succeed later, that things are for later? I'm here to say they're for now. It's as if people are telling us, don't score in the first half. That's ludicrous. The first half is crucial. We need to be scoring and contributing positively to society. We have contributions that we need to be making. We can't be inhibited. I refuse to be inhibited. So that's why I advocate the way that I do. And what my idea worth spreading is, what I want to impart upon all of you today is that so many people feel like they're constantly on the defense. right? Whether it's women, black communities, Muslim communities. But we all deserve to score. We all deserve to have that opportunity to be able to take flight and soar. And it doesn't matter what analogy we're using. Because whether we're on a field or we're on a plane, we are experiencing turbulence. And I'm not here to say that we'll ever eradicate turbulence. There will always be hard times. But who you love, how you pray, the color of your skin should not predetermine how much turbulence you will experience. Our hardships will come inevitably. But it should not be that because of the way that I was born, I will inevitably experience certain hardships. And that's important for us to swallow and recognize and challenge. Because if we're interested in the future, in the goals of our progress, of our society, we need to be pushing people to score. So what I want to say to all of you today is something that I tell anyone when they ask me for advice. And a lot of people ask me, as a youth activist, as a youth entrepreneur, what do you want to tell other young people? What do you want to tell other people? And what I say is run. And while I'm using a lot of sports analogies, I'm not quite good at athletics, so I don't mean physical running. I mean, we all have something that ignites the passion in our stomach, that makes our eyes light up. We all have that thing. Do it. Run with it now. Find that breakaway past the other players. Create that space and soar. That's your right. That's your duty. We need to be running with these ideas, with our passions, until we can feel the wind against our hair. And we look back for two reasons: to see how far we've come and to see who we've left behind. And that's the step that we're all too often missing. Because a lot of us are thriving, but how many of us are taking the time to realize, okay, I'm here. I'm on this platform. Who isn't here? Who isn't in this room? And what can I do to get them to this point? So we need to find those people. We need to look back and see, who did we leave behind, and carry them on our backs forward. That's what this moment demands. As an American Muslim right now, if I tweet about today right now, and I get more than 10 retweets, the trolls will come out and attack me because my name sounds Muslim to them, because my name means fear to them, because where I come from is foreign to them, and they hate me based on that alone. That's my reality. And for so many of us, there are moments where we feel invalidated and fearful of who we are and how we identify, and we shouldn't. And my pitch to you today is, let's pass to one another. Let's create these spaces where we can feel full, where we can be ourselves, where we can join on the same team instead of being pitted against one another. Because we can all play in different styles. We can have our own flares. We can have our own different moves. But we can pass to one another. We can be one hell of a beautiful team. And I reckon we can score one hell of a spectacular goal together. So many, millions of spectacular goals together. Cohesive collaborations and contributions to society that make this world a more full and beautiful place. That's what this moment demands. So let's pass to one another. Let's pass the mic. Let's pass the ball. Let's take flight together. Let's score together. I don't care what the analogy or metaphor is. Let's do it together. Let's recognize our differences and do something positive with them. Who's with me? Thank you. Thank you.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
See, if I'd been like you at 18, I think I'd be running the planet by now.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
But what I love is that you've come to this decision so early, that you've obviously spent time thinking about it, and I love that you're so in touch with the reality of what it is to be an American Muslim and to, as you say, be in defense.
Yeah.
And I was interested because listening to you, you sort of talk about there are people that aren't here, people that aren't in the room, but you're coming from a position of being one of those people.
Yeah.
So you've made a real transition to saying, yes, I'm marginalized, and yes, I want to be there to support others.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, there are all things that we experience privilege from, and there are all things that we experience discrimination for. Right? And I've been very fortunate to have a lot of privileges in my life. The fact that I'm in this room right now, that I could travel from the US to the UK, that I could experience the safety has informed my perspective. Right? So while I might be marginalized in one regard, I'm not here to say I'm exclusively a victim. I'm also complicit in so much marginalization of other communities. And I have to be able to challenge that and see, yes, okay, so maybe in some way I'm marginalized, in a way that we all are. But who else is being marginalized more? Right? How can I say, right, that I'm experiencing suffering when the Syrian refugees, 22 million people are displaced? Yes, I'm suffering in some regards. But I'm more interested in talking about collective suffering, the people after me, our ability for each and every person to realize their full potential. And I think that that is a human want, and something that we're all passionate about. We all want to feel safe and loved and accepted, and we all care about that. It's just a matter of finding the space to do that, and I've been fortunate to have the privilege to find those spaces and create an organization, have the resources and community to do so, and it's just a matter of us working together to create those spaces for all of us.
I just love that.
Thank you.
I love that you can, you can see where you have capacity and you can turn it on other people. When I look at you, you know what I think? I think swag. That's what I think. And swag stands for seriously wild, audacious goals.
I love that.
That's what I think. I'm standing back there working out my acronyms. And I really think, because, this kind of idea of saying, what can we do? What can we do? What can you do? We talked before about one person making a difference. What you're encouraging us all to do is to look at ourselves and say, so what do we have? Yeah, we have all this, but what would it look like if we did this? What would it look like if we could change that?
And if we did it together.
Absolutely, as a community. So please, give it up for this amazing chap.
Thank you.
Ziad,
Thank you so much for
you.
letting me be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well done.